everyone, and hope you're having an amazing summerween still, because it is still summer out there. It is. Does anyone else feel like this is dragging on forever? I mean, I'm not mad about it because it's prime Halloween decor hunting season and I get so excited to see Halloween in stores. But then the heat hits, like the late summer heat, and I'm like, just kidding. Can we skip to October? So I don't know if anyone else is feeling slightly wilted at this point, unless you live somewhere where it's winter right now or it's just cooler in general where you live. I am so jealous. I bet it feels amazing. And I love that so much for you because I'm freaking sweating over here. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun today to sit inside in the air conditioning and do a little SpookyTown haul. I could show you some of the things I've gotten so far for my SpookyTown this year, and this might be it. I don't know that I'm getting anything else. I was waiting for the SpookyTown sets at home, but for whatever reason, my local at home is not putting them out. So I don't know, maybe that's a sign that I need to stop here because your ghoul may or may not have gone a little overboard this year on SpookyTown, but I got these for a steal, but you know I'm a sucker for a steal of a deal. Like, I can't resist. And Michael's, they had 30% off their SpookyTown. Then they had 35% off their SpookyTown. Then I had a coupon, or my vouchers. They have these vouchers they hand out to, if you're a reward member and then you buy a certain amount, then you get a certain amount of money in vouchers. I kept getting these vouchers for $25 off or $30 off or $5 off or whatever they were. And they were adding up and I had money in vouchers. So I was like, I'm going to use it on SpookyTown. Then when we were out Halloween decor hunting one day, I had a 60% off coupon randomly at Michael's that worked on SpookyTown. So I've been getting steals of a deals on these SpookyTown houses and accessories and everything. So I kind of went a little overboard this year, but it is what it is. So anyways, before I jab my jaws any longer, because you know I would, because you know I love a good backstory, I'm going to jump into this SpookyTown extravaganza of a haul. So anyways, first one I got is this little house right here. This one, it's like a little castle cottage. It's not a huge castle. We're not talking about Dracula here, just like a smaller guy. And if I can get it without the glare, let's see. Oh, there we go. And it's this witch or witchy gal, or just a gal. It could just be any gal. It could be a gray-haired gal like me, standing outside of her little cottage castle thing, half cottage, half castle. She's hanging her Happy Halloween banner on her little house. There are some ghosties, some jack-o'-lanterns down here. So this house, I'm not sure if I'm putting this in my witch cottage theme, because I have a witch cottage theme, the Halloween town theme that I don't know if I have enough to do a whole lot with my Halloween town this year, but I want to do like an in-your-face, like if you were to be in Halloween Town, the movie, that kind of town. And then like kind of cutesy town. And then we're doing a graveyard amusement park this year. So we're going all out. Okay. Anyways, this guy, I don't know if I want to put this in my witchy cottage or if I want to put this in my Halloween town. Really, it could go in either. So I'm going to see where the spooky wind blows us. This might be one of the last ones I put out because I'm not sure which theme I want to put it in. All right. So I realized as I was editing this video that all of the visuals of me showing the actual items in the box, it was nothing but glare. So I figured I'd take everything out of the boxes, show you the details so you can see what they look like, and then light these up so you can see them in all of their SpookyTown glory. So this is the Happy Halloween house. And I didn't even notice there's a little cat, a little black cat in this doorway. I don't know if you can see him. Let's see. Oh, there he is. You can see him. It's right there. So cute. The witch hanging the sign that says Happy Halloween, the ghosties, the jack-o'-lanterns, and this little castle church cottage thing. I'm not sure what this is exactly, but that's what I'm calling it. I just love it lit up. Like, I cannot wait to light up my SpookyTown. I feel like we need to do a SpookyTown lighting ceremony. So even once we get the whole SpookyTown set up, do like a whole separate lighting ceremony with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting excited. But anyways, this is the Happy Halloween, or what are they calling this one? This is the Dreary Decorations is what they're calling it. Since we're already talking about witches, I might as well mention all the witchy stuff I got for my Witchy Town area. And since I'm wearing my Blair Witch shirt today, why not? We're in the witchy spirit, everybody. Okay, so I got, oh my gosh, way too much, everybody. I got way too much. I'm gonna start with the houses. So I got that little Happy Halloween house. Not sure if it's gonna go in my witchy theme, but it might. So I also got this. I saw this one online, but I did not see this in stores or in the flesh. This is called Spellbound. It has this wizard guy with a wand and he's moving his arm up and down. It also has a guy in this, I don't know what this is, a pond? And then you've got all these people coming out of these doors and they're carrying books. I don't know, there's a whole lot going on here. Then at the top, you have these bats that are flying around the whole house. There's so much happening here. I'm so excited about this guy. You got a black cat, a cauldron. Everybody's, it's literal spells abound. Spells are everywhere in this one. Look at all the activities going on. First of all, we'll start down here. What's going on down here? I don't know who this is in here. What's that? A frog? And a guy in there, dude? And a spooky tree. And I don't know if that lights up. And then you got this black cat, a cauldron, this warlock guy over here, a wizard, or I don't know what he's doing. There's a good old-fashioned gargoyle right here. This wizard dude. All right, I got to zoom you out because I need to put these bats on before I... Can you see this, or do I need to turn on another light? Whoa, oh, like this guy pops out. Wait, this guy pops out too. And then you got the cauldron lighting up. This guy's coming out of the doorway. The wizard is waving his wand around. So good. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. So let's look at the wizard first. So you got the wizard. So the wizard's doing his thing. Oh yeah, and the lantern does light up there. Here comes the guy out the door. And he's got a little owl on top of his books. I cannot wait to put this in my witchy area. And this one, the Spells Abound one that does the most things. This one was $189.99. I didn't pay that. I got 35% off plus vouchers. All right, so next up, that's not witchy. We're doing witchy stuff. Okay, what's this? So this one, I love this one. This is the Spellbound Books and Terrible Tales. And it's just a little house. It doesn't do anything too fancy. And I love that the roof, and yes, I say roof. Roof. I say roof. Whatever. So sue me. Anyways, this house, the roof of this house, it's like a book cover. That's what it is. It looks like a book that's split in half and put on top of a house. It's so cool looking. And then there's an owl perched up on top. And what else we got going on here? There's a sign that says Spellbound Books and Terrible Tales. A cauldron. A witchy gal. A silver-haired witchy gal. Sitting on the side of the house reading a book, which is exactly what I would do. A black cat. The whole crew is here, and it looks like it lights up. Oh wait, and it looks like someone's inside. Someone's looking at books inside the window. This is Spellbound Books and Terrible Tales. This is one of those classic ceramic type of houses. So this isn't a resin house or doesn't have a million things going on. It's kind of that classic ceramic kind of, you know, village house. And then has a little window, a witch over here and her broom. There's a witch here with her broom. And let's get a visual while we're up. Wait, what does this say? Last year's spell books, BOGO. Front has a bunch of details too. So here you have a black cat, some books, jack-o'-lantern, candle, a little potion bottle, more books. What does it say? Blood Curdling Book Club. And then inside, there's a window here, and inside you can see some books and a little witch in there putting away books or pulling a book to read or something. All right, so here it is all lit up. You can see on the side too. The windows on the side light up. Even this little window over here. Do you see her in there? She's in there gathering books, everybody. I love this little, what's more of like a bookstore, but I call it a house because it looks like a house, but it's a bookstore. It's a house to me because I would live here. That's why I'm calling it a house. And the Spellbound Books and Terrible Tales was $69.99. I mean, that's not what I paid for it, but that's what it is. So I'm really excited for this in my Witchy Town. I feel like we're really getting somewhere with this Witchy Town, and it's getting me the most excited. Like I finally have enough houses to have a little town. And then I also got some other things. Okay, where's the other witchy stuff? hold on. I got this. This is the Zoomy Brooms Flying School. And it has witches flying on brooms. You know it does. And my favorite thing ever. And they're in this flying school and they're all on brooms and they're going around in a circle around this. It's almost like a ride. Like they're riding a broom around in a circle. And there are brooms, practice brooms, and looks like a teacher. And then they're wearing little vests that say student flyer. So it's a little flying lessons area. I love that whole idea. I think it's so cute. So here's the Zoomy Brooms Flying School with the witches flying on brooms around in a little circle. And then these little cones are witch hats, which I think is hilarious. And this one in the Zoomy Brooms Flying School is $80. So the ones that do the most typically cost more, and no matter what the size is. Okay, so then also for my witchy theme, I got this. I love this too. Okay, this is a whole witchy situation. This is a witchy gathering is what's happening here. We got a coven. You got witches sitting around with their cauldrons making toad soup. Then you've got their familiars in here. This gal's got it looks like a rat is her familiar. And this gal's got her cat as her familiar, I think. And then there's also a tarantula, but I don't know whose that is. Anyways, they're making toad soup. And I was really just looking for some pieces for my little witch area of my spooky town. Things that weren't just houses, so people or things that would be like activities that would be happening in a witchy town. And like so individual people and groups or little activities. So I loved this, thought this was so cute. And then, okay, wait. What else? We have another witchy thing? So then we have this dance party witch. Oh yeah, witch dance party. That's actually what they're calling it. So literally a witch dance party. It's this witch dancing with her broom. She's kind of, I don't know if she's straddling it. I don't know what's happening here. It's a little bit of a sassy dance, everybody, it looks like. Or I don't know, maybe it's not. And then the cat, this is the best part. Her black cat is next to her, also dancing and also wearing a witch hat. So I love everything about this. Thought this was super cute. And once again, would be one of those things that could go in my witch area that is actually going to make it a town. Because, you know, people are out and about. It's going to be a lively witch town. And I'm hoping one day I can have a whole witch spooky town. Just all witchy things on a table, and then I can, you know, move around my different themes. But I'm loving the idea of a witchy town. All right, so next, I think that's it for the witchy stuff. So moving on, I got this guy. So I also thought that maybe I would eventually do a ghost town too, which is kind of funny because it would be a literal ghost town, not like a ghost town that's dead, like no one's there, but a ghost town as in it's all ghosts. So I feel like it'd be kind of a funny play on words. We could just call it ghost town. But for now, I'm going to put this guy in my Halloween town area. So this is called Home Haunting Services, Inc. I don't know if I was saying the name of all the other ones, but it's called Home Haunting Services, Inc. It's got this house with these ghosts flying out of the window. Oh, and I love this window down here because it has some bats hanging down and some candles. And my favorite part of all, I love the weather vane on the top, the witch flying on a broom, you know I do. But there's a jack-o'-lantern, a cat, a tombstone, and then there's a sign here that says, skeletons in every closet guaranteed. And this one isn't one of those houses where things pop out at you or do a million things. It's just one that lights up, which I like a combination of the two. I want the in-your-face, doing the most activity kind of things, and some simple little houses for my spooky town. So this is the Home Haunting Services, Inc. house. And this one's a little different. This one's actually a ceramic. Then it has the little ghosts coming out of the window. It says ghosts galore. Also the water closet. And then here, we have a skeleton sitting on a toilet. Let's zoom in. It wouldn't be Halloween 2025 without a skeleton on a toilet. It came with a little satchel of various spooky things. This one says, it's a little sign that says, hire us once, haunted forever. I think this guy goes here. And then we have this weather vane, which I was the most excited about, this weather vane. Let me put her here. Weather vane on. I love her. The witch flying on a broom. All right, let's light this guy up. Let me turn off the lights. We're gonna see what it looks like all lit up. There's a little window here that has a cabinet with candles, some bats hanging down. Look, even the little toilet area lights up. At least he has a light. This one is $54.99. All right, next up, what do we got here? Okay, this guy, I wasn't 100% sure I was gonna get this guy. I love it. It's so up my alley for so many reasons, but I just didn't know where it would fit in my spooky town. And now I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I think I'm gonna put it in my Halloween town section. I think it fits perfectly fine. But if I ever do a vampire section of my spooky town, he's gonna be in there. And then I saw a video of it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. This is one of the Michaels exclusives. Was the Witch House a Michaels exclusive too? Hold on, let me see. Does it say? I don't think it says. This is a Michaels exclusive. This is the Count's Candy Corn Factory. And if you know, you know, I love candy corn. I know it's one of those divisive kind of candies where you either love it or you hate it kind of thing. Or I guess some people just don't have thoughts about it. I love it. I love it. I love everything about it. Anyways, it's a candy corn factory, but it's got Dracula. Like, it's got a whole vampire situation. And when you see this lit up, this is probably one of the coolest looking spooky towns I've seen in a long time. Just the way it lights up, all the activities. There's so much going on and it's all amazing. I love everything about it. So it's this candy corn factory in the shape of a coffin. And then you've got your Dracula or Count or just vampire, whatever, in there. And he's at the top overlooking his factory. Then you've got all these candy corns. This stuff here goes around in a circle with this jack-o'-lantern face there. You've got a skull here. There's a big old bat on the top, which you know, once again, is so up my alley. And then all these bats they're carrying candy corns, flying around the whole factory. There's so much happening here, and I love everything about it. I just wasn't sure about the color scheme, the brown. I kind of wish the coffin was gray or like something like that to go more with the color scheme, but that's fine. It'll go in a town. Like, I kind of want it to look like a town that I want to go to anyway, so it's going to fit perfectly in my Halloween town portion for now, until we do a whole vampire town, which I don't know if we will or not, but depends on how many vampire things they come out with. But I love this whole Count's Candy Corn Factory. All right, so here's the Count's Candy Corn Factory. I cannot wait to see this lit up. I have not seen this lit up. I haven't plugged it in or anything. Look at all these bats. This bat here he's double fisting candy corns right here. Then you got Dracula down here. He's overlooking all the candy corn fangs happening. And yeah, I cannot wait to see this lit up. I'm gonna zoom you back out. I guess it has a whole thing. For being 100% honest, the sound can get a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's magical, like when you first hear it, it's amazing. And then you hear it 500 times and you're like, all right, let's turn it down. So I like that you have the option. But look at this. Let me zoom in. All these lights going off. The candy corns rotating around. You got these guys down here. I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're unboxing, unloading, or packing candy corns, but they're getting the candy corn fangs ready to go. So good. This guy that does the most, this candy corn factory, was $199.99. I think this was one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive one I got this year. But again, I used my coupons and my rewards. So if you do end up buying any Spooky Town, definitely sign up for the rewards on Michaels, because you'll get vouchers back. Because these are, you know, I think they're 20% off right now on Michaels. Or when I was in the store today, they were 20% off in store. But make sure if you are buying Spooky Town, or really anything at Michaels, if you're buying any of their Halloween stuff, make sure you sign up for the rewards, because then you'll get your vouchers and you can use that on anything, I believe, at Michaels. So, they may exclude frames or something. I don't know. But either way, I don't know that they do. I don't know the rules, but I do know that you can use it on Spooky Town. So, and their Halloween decorations. So then you can get your vouchers back and you can use that as you're shopping for Halloween stuff there. Just want to put that out there. If you do end up buying it, sign up for the rewards. It's so worth it. I definitely can't have a Spooky Town without a candy corn factory, because I love candy corn so much. I feel like it's just perfect. And I feel like that's a great thing about SpookyTown, and what I love so much about it is everyone has their own taste and style and way that they would do their SpookyTown. So no matter, I don't know. So no matter how many people are doing it, it's going to look different. Nothing is going to look exactly the same. And because it's going to depend on the preference of the person who's creating their SpookyTown. And I love that so much. I love anything that's unique like that. So if you're also doing a SpookyTown, please feel free to take pictures, post it on the Facebook group if you're part of the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group and you want to become part of the Facebook group, I'll link it in the description. Or if you just want to post on, I don't know if you want to post on TikTok or Reels or whatever and tag me, I'd love to see your SpookyTowns. I love SpookyTown. I love seeing inspiration and seeing how everyone does it. Some people do it on bookshelves. Some people have their tables and whole settings. Some people do like whole tiered things. It's so cool. I love SpookyTown so much. Okay, anyways, now I'm just jabbing my dress. Let's move on. Okay, also, saw this guy. This was one of the first buildings. I think this might be the first building we got. Or I think we got the Witchy buildings online when they had the 35% off. Then we saw this one in stores and snagged it with our 30% off coupon plus the vouchers that we had from the Witchy stuff. Anyway, this one is called Monsters on Main Street. And this, it's kind of self-explanatory. It looks like a whole little Main Street kind of, there's some businesses, maybe some apartments on top of the businesses. And like this is Drax Cabinet of Oddities. And over here you have Dr. Frank's Laboratory Supplies. You've got Dracula over here. You've got Frankenstein over here, or Frankenstein's monster over here. Of Drax Cabinet of Oddities, you've got all sorts of, it looks like Neens in there. Like little Neens. You've got some possessed looking animals. You've got a witch over here. Ghouly News. So you got Ghouly News on the side. Little newsstand with a little witch selling a paper. And then you've got a vulture perched up on top. So all of like the most spooky things are happening. So I wanted a Main Street anyways. I think I'm going to put this in my Halloween town for now. But eventually I'm just going to have a Main Street in general with all sorts of different shops. And like I think that's where I'll put that candy corn factory eventually, probably, unless I have a vampire town. But I'll do a little Main Street with all of my Halloween stuff. All right, so this is Monsters on Main, and I went ahead and lit this one up. I feel like you can see more of the details when it's lit up because of the different colors. So like the red here, you can see the curtains, or is that what that is, or a bat, or I don't know, it's curtains. Like these guys up here, you got a werewolf, some scary mummy, zombie looking dude, a kraken. Then up here, you've got this werewolf howling at the moon, and I can just work my way down. Got all the creepy things, get a good close look at everything. There's a little skeleton guy in the window. Dracula's hanging out up front with some jack-o'-lantern skulls, all the things. And on the side here, you've got Mummy Wraps Cafe. Then over here, you've got Ghouly News. Then up here, you've got another little skeleton guy. And then I love how this sign lights up. This Drax Cabinet of Oddities. But I love this one for SpookyTown because even though it doesn't have like a bunch of rotating things or people coming out of doors or all the things, it has little flickering lights and all these little details. I love this. Let me turn off the light all the way. Oh, it's so good. Werewolf at the top is my favorite, I think. So the Monsters on Main, how much was this guy? This was $129.99 for Monsters on Main. So then when I was at Michael's a couple weeks ago when we were out Halloween decor hunting, and one of the employees at Michael's was like, oh, do you have your 60% off coupon? And I was like, what do you mean my 60% off coupon? Went on my app, there it was, could use it on SpookyTown, and I wasn't for sure if I was going to get this one or not because like I mentioned, I was holding out for these sets at home. Well, my at home never put anything out. I was like, this is my sign to get the Ferris wheel. So, and this is another Michael's exclusive. I got the Ferris wheel with the in-your-face Halloween pumpkins. It's a whole pumpkin Ferris wheel extravaganza, and it lights up, and it has all different characters in there. You've got vampires, witches, what else? Creepy clown, a werewolf, or no, wolfman, and what, an astronaut? So here's the Ferris wheel in the flesh with all the little pumpkin guys, the scary jack-o'-lantern in the center. Look at the little Dracula and Frankenstein in there. And then you've got the witch in here. Then Wolfman's just chilling in there. And then you've got this creepy clown. this little skeleton and this sign saying you must be this dead to ride the jumping jacks. Oh my gosh, it looks even better at night. I've only seen it during the day or with lights on. It looks so good. So I got this guy for 60% off. That's a steal of a deal. That's not even like, I feel like they don't even mark it down that low for clearance. So it's a steal of a deal. This was $179.99, and then I got 60% off that steal of a deal. I'm so excited about this. Anyways, so that's all the big stuff I got for my SpookyTown. I know, I went overboard. I know. This SpookyTown stuff, no one told me I'd get sucked in like this. And here we are, getting sucked in. Like the spooky vortex that it is. Okay. Alright, so then I also got some ghoulies and goblins and everything in between. So I got this here. I thought this would be cute for my Halloween town because it's a little more cutesy, a little more in-your-face Halloween. Or for the cutesy pumpkin patch portion. I'm going to do, I think, in my little Halloween town. The main street's going to get a little wild, but the little pumpkin patch area and the Ferris wheel area, that's for the kids and the families in my town. So I got this little family, and it's me and Dallas. Dallas is wearing chinos, everybody. And then one of the kids is on the shoulders of the dad. He's wearing, or maybe he's not the dad. Who knows? Somebody call Maury. Okay, anyways. Oh, you got a crying baby. So one of the kids is wearing a bat costume and the other one is wearing, I think, a bear costume. But it's a cute little family situation. Then I also got for my pumpkin patch this whole spooky pumpkin patch. This is called Creepy Pumpkin Patch. And it's got a scarecrow and this scary skeleton farmer guy that kind of could be a reaper too. A spooky tree and a little sign that says, keep out, enter at your own risk. So this is going to be the spooky, maybe this is where it starts getting darker into the Halloween town. So I have a darker portion of the Halloween town and then like the family friendly version. I don't know. We'll see where the spooky one goes. Oh, I forgot about this. Wait a minute. I forgot. I got this reaper guy for my graveyard, amusement park situation. This is the spooky staircase. And it's got this whole stone staircase with this little creepy doorway with all these skeleton bone things in there. And then it's got a reaper guy at the top. Also, I got this reaper guy. Wait, is this the same reaper guy? Did I get two reapers? No, they're slightly different, but this is a levitating skeleton. So this isn't even considered a reaper technically. Okay, wait, how much was the reaper? Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention prices. $29.99 for the reaper, or what, the spooky staircase set of 2. The neighborhood trick-or-treaters were, that's the whole family thing, $12.99. And the creepy pumpkin patch set of 5 was $24.99. So the levitating skeleton looks like this skeleton reaper guy, or just a skeleton wearing a robe, floating out of a grave. He's levitating out of a grave. This is going to be perfect for my graveyard. Oh, that was, how much were you? $8.99. Then I also got this for my pumpkin patch. This is for the family friendly side. It says pumpkins for sale. It's got a wheelbarrow with some pumpkins inside. And it says for sale, like it has a sign that says pumpkins for sale. This was $10.99. Okay. Then I got a couple of these guys, these platforms. So eventually I want to make my own platforms and do a full-blown spooky town. But since Michael's was having 35% off and I don't even know what my layout is going to look like yet, I thought I'd buy a couple of these and then I can kind of spruce these up a little bit. We can make them a little bit spookier. I can add some moss. I can add some things to these platforms to make them a little bit more, like a little fancier. But eventually I'd like to do a full-blown like street and just all these different trees and fences and the whole thing. I'd love to do it because I love doing stuff. I know I'm horrible at DIY. In my delusional mind, I think I can do this. I'm like, oh yeah, fences. Oh yeah, I would do this tree and this street and a sidewalk and this whole neighborhood. I am so bad at DIY that it's comical that I believe I can do this, but I'm hoping. I'm not the worst at painting and like I'm pretty good at artsy things, just not the best at DIY, like building things. So I know this is a combination, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll turn over a new leaf and I will become good at it. Anyways, I'm gonna have confidence in it, okay? I'm gonna have confidence in it. I'm gonna take this delusion and turn it into something great. But until then, I got 2 of these platform guys to give me a good start, especially since I don't really know what my layout is going to look like. Anyways, I also got a couple of these. Oh wait, I forgot these pumpkins. Everything keeps sliding everywhere, and I'm not seeing them. I got some jack-o'-lanterns too, with a hair on it. That's my hair. These jack-o'-lanterns, they're just, it's like a set of 5. These were $6.99. And then I grabbed a couple of these mats, these landscape accents. I wasn't sure if I wanted to try to make my own or try to buy something somewhere else, but this had more of the look I was looking for. It's more of this kind of straw meets, it's not totally green. It doesn't look like the greenest grass you've ever seen. It looks like fall. So I liked the look of these, so I snagged these. These were $14.99, and then we'll see how they go. So I think I'm gonna lay it all out and then see what I need and go from there. So I don't know what kind of trees I need, or if I need pumpkins or leaves or moss or whatever I'm gonna need, but I'm just gonna start here, I think. So anyways, that is it for my SpookyTown haul for 2025 so far. I don't know. We'll see what goes on sale. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Or things that I end up picking up. I'm waiting for the miniatures to come out at Michael's and at Menards, because I usually pick some things up there. So I might do another little, I'll just add those to a separate Halloween haul. But yeah, I'm excited for SpookyTown this year. I cannot wait to start putting these together. So anyways, that's it for this haul. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. And anything else you want to chit chat about down in the comments. Your favorite pieces in this haul, or your favorite SpookyTown that you've seen out there maybe ever, or this year, or whatever you want to chat about. Or maybe you have your own SpookyTown. Let me know how long you've been collecting, your favorite pieces, your themes. Let's jab our jaws about SpookyTown and beyond, or any other spooky things you want to talk about down in the comments. Let's jab our jaws together. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.